What's going on YouTube and TikTok? How are we today? Right. I'm just going to finish off this demo, guys, today, which is exciting. And then I'll do some more work on my chameleon art doll. So all I really need to do on this demo, guys, is add the fur, and then it's done. So it won't take me too long to do it. Okay, so I've got the fur sort of up here. All right. Blend in a few strands. So move this a little bit so you can see what I'm doing, kind of. All right, so I'm just going to blend in the ends of the fur into the rest of the head. A little bit more. Oops, missed it. Okay. That side. Now I've got the other side here. So do there. Just going to do the whole thing here. And then a little bit up here, blend it in to the creases. And just do this whole side there. So grab a piece of fur. Hey, Moriarty Pot? How did you make my brother? Cute. Oh, thank you for the crown. Much appreciated. Almost finished this guy, which is really good. It's a commission piece. I don't know if anyone's seen Fantastic Beasts, but it's the Demiguise. Oh, thank you for the rose. That's cool. Thank you. Thanks, guys. So this is my third one that I've made, actually. But this one's a little bit different. I've done LEDs in the eyes. So in the movie, the eyes glow blue. So I've put LEDs in the back here. And just, I'll show you. Got a little battery pack. So that I've sewed in a little, so it's got blue eyes. You can turn it on and off. Oh, thank you for the penguin. See? So I've sewed a little battery pack in the back here. So it's got like a little pocket. What's going on outside? Yeah, it's got a little pocket that I've slid the little battery pack in. So, okay, so this last bit here. Let's do a little bit more here. Ooh. I don't often do, I've never actually done LEDs before in my art dolls, funnily enough. But yeah, the customer wanted the glowing eyes, so I said, all right, I'll give it a crack. Okay. All right. So not too much around here, a bit more coming down the top, though. All right, so I'm just going to do this whole side here. So it comes down quite far. So I'm going to do all that bit there and here. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know who's making a racket outside, but I need to. Very annoying. All right, there's a little bit of glue on there. Okay, now I've got another bit. So it's got to keep an eye on the way the fur direction is going. So I want this to go that way and I want this side to go that way. And sort of blend it in. Tiny bit more glue. Just a dot. All right, now this bit needs to be separated here. So So I've got a little bit of glue on the end of my fingertips. And that. Like so. Next part, this is the last part on the face. Let's get rid of this blob. Okay. Now I want the fur direction on this one to go this way, so look at that. So it's always important to blend the fur in to the head. And I want a little crease here. I'm going to have to see who's banging stuff around outside. It's really annoying. Alright, so get this bit. Tiny bit of glue so I can spin it around. Okay. It's pretty much the face done. Beautiful. Hands. So do this whole area here. Then a little bit here. I've got a text message, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Text message. A little bit on here. don't need any on the fingers, so that hand is done. The feet. Feet, we need full layer. I don't know. Now, thanks, Magic. We're getting there. We are getting there. It's almost finished. We'll have it finished today, which is exciting. Keep it down here. All right. Next side. All I've got left is these two hands, really, and then it's done. See, if I don't have the cat butt in the cat butt is clickbait, then it doesn't get much traction, right? Okay. It's most of that. Glue it or lose it. Okay. Get that off my hands. All right, so this side. This side's not too bad. Do a little bit to seal that off over here. Okay, last bit. Whoa. Ace Swanston. 2 seconds. I'm just gonna, before the glue dries, give me 2 seconds, and I'll flip it around. I'm just gonna stick this fur on here before it dries, and I get into trouble. But I'm making a Demiguise from Fantastic Beasts. So I make art dolls, and this is the third one I've made so far. This is a commission piece. But normally I make like fake taxidermy pieces, but yeah, sometimes I take commissions for, you know, whatever the customer wants, pets, characters, blah, blah, blah. So just get this on. I'll turn it around. All right, this is the third one I've done. All right, so this is the Demiguise so far. So I've got one more bit to do, and then it's pretty much finished. So just basically going to finish off these little bits here with some fur. Thank you. Thanks, guys. And then, yeah, when I finish this, I'll move on to doing some work on my chameleon that I've got going on. Maybe tomorrow I might do some airbrushing on the Stella Sea Lion, which is also a commission. And that's the last thing I have to do on it, is the airbrushing. So we'll see how we go. So sometimes when I dedicate like a whole hour or something to the airbrushing, so I don't want to chop and change between things. So I'll probably do like its own, I'll probably do a dedicated live to the airbrushing, but it is a large doll. So yeah, thanks guys. So that's pretty much it really. This one, that needs to dry overnight to make sure everything is nice and adhered. And I'll just do like a little check over it to make sure nothing's sort of broken and everything's, you know, everything's as it should be. So that's the Demiguise. The thing about this one is it's got, thanks Cloud, I think it's got glow in the dark eyes. So the customer wanted some LEDs, so I sewed a little pouch in the back here where the battery pack can slip in, and they can obviously change it out. But yeah, that's a cool little thing. But I think that's about it for that one. So I'm just going to leave that to dry overnight, make sure it's all, give it a little bit of a clean up. The eyes just need a little bit of a clean up and everything. But that's the Demiguise, the third one that I've made. Thank you, Magic. All right, so we've got the chameleon here, so I'll just clean this up a little bit. Thank you for the follow, Bella. So this is a little medieval cat. I'll just move this down a little bit so you can see. Yeah, there's a little medieval cat, complete with butt hole. Takes hours. Yeah, it does. It takes anywhere between 20 to 35 hours, just depending on how complex everything is. Your favourite one you made was the jaguar and the wild dog. Yeah, thank you. I am going to make a cloud leopard soon. It's on the to-do list. Which one was I working on yesterday? This one. So this is my little chameleon that I've currently got going on here. I'm just in the middle of doing all the body work, so I still got a fair bit of sewing to do on that. But yeah, thank you. So I glued this yesterday. Can you say happy birthday to my cat named Francis? Oh, happy birthday, Francis. He's a cat. He's another cat butthole for you. So sometimes I have that, turned around. So it's just like the cat butt, and it's sort of mixed emotions, I should say. Didn't think people would be so offended. Mustn't be cat owners. If you're a cat owner, they totally just stick their butt in your face. Is it hard to make them? She says now. Look, I've been doing this for like 13 years now, so it was definitely hard to work everything out to begin with. But yeah, like because I've been doing it for so long, like I'm pretty confident of the techniques now, so I'm sort of doing things that are a bit more challenging. So hence doing this chameleon is super challenging. So it's got articulated hands, so I can, grab onto things. So I'll be able to do pretty cool stop motions with it. Hey, thanks for the follow. Someone could take a picture of that chameleon head and tell me it wasn't real. I'll believe it. Actually, I went to the zoo 2 weeks ago or something, and they had a veiled chameleon there, and I took some really good pictures of it. So I've got, really good shots of reference images, I should say. So, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to stick that with my glue. So I'm trying to make it, I think what I'll do is I'll cut that, actually, got here. I'm just sort of, making it up as we go along. That's how you learn. So I'm going to cut this and I'm going to drape it around. I think that's a good idea. There. So I'm going to be doing like a custom scale work on it. So I've sort of done a few tests. You can see it's all bumpy and whatnot. So that's going to be on the whole body. Thanks, Viana. I'm just going to clean this tip off to get rid of the fur. You love how realistic I make them. Oh, thanks. I try and make it realistic, Here's the jaguar that I recently finished. So I did a black one as well, but that one's sold. But I did all the airbrushing for that one, so they're fully posable and everything as well. So they got a ball and socket armature inside, but this is a little jaguar that I worked on. And yeah, I love. So I've done a lot of, I've done most of the big cats. I'm currently in the middle of working on both male and female lines. So this will be the male line. So that's what it starts off as. So I sculpt all that piece. The female is going to be a bit sassier. Are you looking for this one? The lion head. So this will be the male lion. The angle's a bit weird. Ooh, there. Yeah, so the female one's going to be a bit sassier. So I've done the jaw pieces for the female. I'm just waiting to finish these commissions before I can, start working on something else. So it's going to be like a bit of a snarling, sassy look. Snarling, sassy look to it. But just been working on the chameleon and trying to get that sort of finished. They come together so easily. Well, it just takes practice though. My first dolls really didn't look like that at all. So, am I friends with other YouTubers? Like doll artists, you mean? Yeah. The older ones, yeah. Not so much the newer ones. I don't really know what goes on with the newer ones, but Not really, I should say. Some of the older ones. My YouTube doesn't get much traction anyway, so I'm just out here making stuff. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. So that needs just a tiny bit of a snip so it lays down. I think these are the crappy scissors. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Much appreciated. I don't know what helps the live get out there. I think it's like sharing. It tells me to share. I don't know. Okay, so wrap it around really tight so we get a nice tight bit. I think I might glue the rest of them so this has a chance to dry and then I can sew it up. I think that's a good plan. So this is a little medieval cat that I made. Do you have a shop that you sell? Yeah, I do. It's Creatures of Nat. The link is in my bio. Link to everything is in my bio if you are interested. Which one was it? This one. So, pull this forward a little bit. So what I'll do is trim this bit, I think. No, I'll sew that actually. Yes, I'll sew that. So I'm not too concerned about the seam lines because I'm going to be adding all that scale work to it. So I think I can be a little bit flexible with it. So we'll see how we go. All right, now here's my other scissors because these ones are crap. Missing. Missing in action. Did I drop them? Seem to have disappeared off the face of the earth. That's cool. Someone stole them. These scissors don't cut very well, so the other one's better. What materials do I use? A whole range of different things. So I sculpt the head out of polymer clay. I use Sculpey Original. And then I use a ball and socket armature for the skeleton. So that's a ball and socket armature. So I lost my train of thought there. That's a ball and socket armature. This is the smallest one. Then I use polyfill, which is like a cushion stuffing to needle felt the body. It gives it sort of like a muscle tone. And then I either use fake fur for obviously furry ones, or in this sense, this is like a cotton. It's actually a heat color changing fabric, but it doesn't work very well. It's not what I wanted, but I'll use it anyway. and yeah, basically just bits and pieces that I'm trialing. I use felt for feathers, but I'm going to do a bit of trial on a different technique for feathers. Yeah, a whole range of different types of things that I use. Oh, thank you so much for the gift. Much appreciated. Guys are so nice today. Right, so I'm going to glue that edge on here. You're welcome. Getting like mixed reactions the last couple of days on my lives, I have to say. You're from South Australia? I'm from Melbourne. So, lost my spot. Melbourne. Nice and cool today, finally. It's not so bloody hot. Can't stand hot weather. Hey, Mars Bones, how are you? You're from Canberra. Cool here too. Never been to either of those places actually. Hi, Phoenix Rising. You're a Kiwi, yeah. It's like kind of close, just across the rays. I'm doing some work on a chameleon today, so there you go. I'm good, Mars Bones. Just trying to get some work done. You're so talented. Oh, thank you. Right, now I want this here. I love interesting crafts. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different craft. There's not many people that do it, especially in Australia. I've been doing it for like 13 years, and there's literally no one doing it here when I first started. It's got a little bit of traction since, but yeah, a lot of people have sort of disappeared as well. So it's a funny little thing, but still going strong. I've been calling it fake taxidermy. I used to do a lot of fantasy stuff, and I just sort of got a little bit over it. Yeah, and I just started doing more realistic things, and it's kind of found my niche, I think. So, I like animals, and yeah, I don't think there's any or very little people that do fake taxidermy, so Right, leave that bit to dry. One more. Hopefully this turns out okay. Have to hold that down just a tad. Oh, thanks. That's an interesting little endeavour. Right, one more. You're learning fantasy taxidermy. Nice one. You making anything at the moment? It requires a lot of patience. I mean, it's good to definitely wasn't this patient to begin with. But yeah, I think I've just sort of, refined the technique enough that I'm comfortable with the way everything's going. What's been my favourite project? I made a really big Drogon from Game of Thrones. That was pretty fun, but I do want to actually revisit that because I made that a number of years ago. Yeah, they are. I'll answer you in a minute. Yeah, the big Game of Thrones one. Yeah, I made it a couple of years ago, so I think I could do a bit of an upgrade on the armature and everything in the body, and yeah, so I'll revisit that project at some point. I think a lot of arts and crafts people are targetable. Oh, 100%. You're on a disability due to heart condition, but I wanted to support people in need. Yeah, they are. There was a lot of people. I use a little cat butt for a little bit of clickbait, right? Hey Jay, but people were not happy about that in the last couple of lives. But yeah, definitely no animal abuse here. I have gotten that one before, but nope, I don't use any animal products. So it's all fake stuff, all fake fur. I sculpt everything, so we don't have to worry about that. I don't even use feathers. I used to use craft feathers, but I don't even use that anymore. I make my own feathers now. So you're making 3 art dolls. Nice one. What are they? Yeah. Yeah. Social media is really awful. So yeah. Sometimes these lives are super flop. Sometimes they're all right. So you just never know what's going to happen. Right, so going to wrap that, I think, and then do they break? Definitely had things break, but I've experimented a lot with durability. So in terms of these, for example, these chameleon toes, I've used latex, which I'm going to have to go over with maybe UV resin or something. But I originally sculpted out of clay, but it makes it super fragile. So I pulled them all off and used some latex to, so they don't break, basically. So I try to make them as durable as I can. But then things definitely have broken before, and you can fix it. So it's not a big deal. What are they made of? Polymer clay. So here's a little example of one that I've started. It's a lion. So I've sculpted the head, and I use fake fur, so no animal products. It's all fake. fake and fun to make it as realistic as possible. So sometimes I use cotton fabric like this one on the chameleon. Yeah, little bits and pieces to create certain things. I want to do a lot of experimenting with just different materials that I have in mind, so I can make things a bit more realistic. And yeah, Okay, so hey Ben, how are we? Welcome to the weirdness. Sometimes it's your flavour, sometimes it's not. Okay, so I'm going to wrap that here. So we have a clothes kit. So I applied to do the Oddities and Curiosities Expo. One's in Melbourne, it's Australia, but different states. But one's in Melbourne. I don't know if I've actually got a vendor spot yet, but it's in November. So I will be, hopefully, have a table there. Is it tricky to construct this? For a beginner, yeah, but I've been doing it for a while, so I am kind of familiar with the techniques. So I haven't actually made many reptiles, so that's why I'm doing a chameleon, just to challenge myself a little bit and yeah, see how realistic I can make it. I've done a lot of dragons. I did a snake not too long ago, which that's sold. But if I get a spot at this convention, I'm going to be making more snakes. So this one's looking pretty good to start sewing. Now, take that pin out and a little bit of trim. Oh, let's see. So the legs are actually quite thin here. So yeah, it's gotten a lot of people thinking that these are real animals, but they're not. It's all fake. So I've had my fair share of weird comments. Definitely. I'd like to know where my other scissors ran off to. Hopefully I didn't accident. Oh, here. Found them. How long does it think it'll take me to finish the chameleon? So normally my dolls take me between 20 and 35 hours, just depending on the complexity. So sometimes I do dolls with movable jaws, and that takes obviously a lot more time. There's a lot of waiting for things to cook and whatnot, and cool down and dry and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, generally they take about, probably on average, maybe 28 hours or so. So yeah, it's a labour of love. Yeah, so would I. But social media is a big demon to wrangle, I have to say. They're not interested in art people. That's why we get suppressed. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to use a ladder stitch, and basically that helps close the seam on these. But it's a little bit of a tricky stitch when you're sewing cotton. The stitch has to be quite small and close together. People are paying to see the name written down. Oh, well, yeah, true. How long have you been doing this for? About 13 years now, so a while. I used to do more fantasy type things, but now I do basically fake taxidermy. That's what I've been calling it. So I made quite a few dolls for the Calgary Zoo before, and that sort of sparked my interest in moving away from fantasy. I still do the fantasy stuff every now and again, but not so much anymore. And yeah, just trying to challenge myself a bit more and do some silly things. So I did 3 medieval cat art dolls. So this one has the butthole on it. That's the joke for this one, the legs and the bum. And yeah, the other two are just have their own little characteristics and whatnot. So doing some research, trying to support the way I can. Yeah, no, well, it's a good thing, trying to support artists. Black fur. Sometimes I put the butthole on the screen, and I don't know, people don't like it. But yeah, I'm going to be doing more silly ones in the future once I finish the dolls that I'm working on. Alright, so I'm just going to trim off this excess. It's a bit too much on it. Thank you for sharing. What's my favourite animal? My favourite animal, it's really boring. It's like stock standard. It's a tiger. So I've made a few tigers before. But I mean, I've liked tigers since I was a kid, and that's it. That's just what it is. That's my favourite. Your favourite's a tiger too. Nice one. This is so cool. I mean, I like all big cats, but there's just something about the tiger. Yeah, okay. I don't have too much time these days, so I've got a little 2-year-old that keeps me busy. I've really literally got an hour a day while she has her naps to do this. No, not the knots. Okay, crisis averted. Fascinating. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the whole adult colouring live. Should I put some butt around for the lols? See who that upsets. kind of don't have the patience for colouring, surprisingly. No problem. Do I get tired of doing this? Not really. I enjoy doing it, so it doesn't. I did get to a point. I was getting a lot of commissions for like wolves, and sometimes commissions can be a little draining, especially when you get the customers that ask every day, "How's it going?" and like just unrealistic for me to work on this every day. So yeah, you know, we all have focus. What am I doing? I'm making an art doll, so I'm working on a chameleon. But I literally just turned it around for the lols. But the whole time I've had it, I've had it around this way. I said, see, I've been on since 12:30 for an hour, and only until I turned it around did it get onto your FYP. What does that say? I literally just turned it around for lols. I said, I wonder who that would be. Who that would piss off. Looks cuter than the butt. Yeah. But, you know, butt gets the conversation going. I wasn't actually going to do it, but yeah. Yes, I am Australian. I am. Your job is done. Your calling. You had your calling. I'm from Melbourne. Just wait until I make the next one. From Melbourne. Do I look Melbourneite? Do I look like a Melbourneite? It's not surprising. What age did I start doing it? Let's say, let's see. Must have been 23. Must have been 23. Do the maths. Almost sewn in. Quick maths. That's good. It's funny because this one's meant to be a silly cat. It's meant to be a medieval cat, so it looks a bit weird. That's the joke. Long legs and a butthole, that's the joke. But yeah, a lot of people think this one's real. And it's got no neck as well, so that's the joke. Do you know chameleons change colour? Yes. So this one I'm going to do on the body. It's going to have yellow stripes. Mostly this teal colour. That's why I did sort of different sort of colouring. You can't quite tell on here, but Yeah, different colouring. See how much more attention this live got when I had the butt up on the on the screen. Thanks for the follow. The sewing can be a bit boring sometimes, but at least we got one of the dolls finished, so that's exciting. So maybe tomorrow I might do some airbrushing on the sea lion. Just depending. Just depending. So I'm going to dedicate like a whole hour to the airbrushing. So hopefully I'll get it done in an hour. I don't know that I will. But we'll see. It's taking forever to sew. Ribs. How are you? That has to be an Aussie. Do a rate your name as people come in. Okay. Maybe we should do half an hour of butt. Almost done. So it takes so long doing just the flat fabric. All right, let's see what this brings. Just experimenting. Let's see. am I working on now? I'm doing some work on a chameleon. Thanks for the follow. So I'm just sewing up the legs and whatnot. So I finished the demi-guys, which is good. Why do I say an animal butt? Well, it was just an experiment. It's an experimental joke. TikTok pushes the butt. Don't ask me. Don't ask me how that works. I've been turning it back and forth in the live. And as soon as I turn it back around, TikTok pushes it. And then I turn it around, it doesn't get pushed. Turn it back around, TikTok pushes it. Oh, thanks. Thanks for the donuts. They're donuts? No, they're not donuts. Oh, bracelets. Sadly, my cat sits on me. Oh, really? My one sticks hers in my face all the time. I know exactly what it looks like. All too well. Team bracelets. Thank you. Get this bit. Right, it's looking good. It seems like there's certain areas that naturally wrinkle, which is fine. Oh, thank you, wedge-tailed eagle. Much appreciated. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad the bike brought you back. Okay, so take that off. Okay, coming up to the edge, which I'm going to sew around the body. It has a little bit of wrinkling on the reference images, but we'll see how we go. reckon this chameleon is maybe like 70% completed. I think it'll take me maybe 2 or 3 more weeks to do this one, just depending on how well the scale work goes. So thanks for sharing. We'll see. Thanks for the follow. Is that a cat? Part of the cat, yeah. It's a fake one. It's a fake taxidermy piece. So it's a medieval cat. So the joke is the legs and the butthole. So I'm just seeing, you know, that view's a bit controversial. So I just turned it around for shits and gigs, basically. Some people get the joke, some people don't. But no, I don't use any animal products in my dolls. Close project. But yeah, it's all fun. It's all just funny, okay? Silly jokes of mine. Do I make other cats? Yeah, I've made heaps of other cats. I've made a lot of big cats as well. Made a lot of people's pets. I've made a lot of other things in general. But yeah, I'm going to do another series called Action Cats as well, which the cats are going to be doing like something in the middle of something, like licking or zoomies, pooping, you know, just funny things. I don't know how the pooping one's going to go, but hopefully it's just taken lightly as a joke. Thanks for the share. I've had a lot of surprisingly angry people the last few days. I'm just experimenting with the views. Then we got a knot, a big knot. Okay. Why is it staring at me? Just for the lols. Just getting people's reactions, you know, just gauging. Are you a cat owner? If you're a cat owner, you should understand what it's like. That's it. See, there you go. See you back. So they know just where to put it too, like right in front of the phone all the time. See, I literally said it was going to be an experiment. And now you're back. It brought you back. It's just an inside joke for the cat people. Maybe the ones that were getting upset were dog people. Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel this one's like. That's why I did it. It was a life mission. Thanks for the roses. I'm the eye of Sauron. So you guys get it. I'm just going to put it down to it was dog people. Someone even reported me. Like, how crazy. I blocked them though. Exactly. And it's always crusty. This one's not crusty, it's clean. Someone actually asked to make it crusty. I refused and said next time. Next time. Thanks for the share. Turn my smart. What do you want, man? It's got you all flustered. Exactly. Dog owner. That's just what I'm going to say from now on. It makes perfect sense. It does. It's correct. It's anatomically correct. I'm going to make fake taxidermy pieces. Then everything needs to be fake. It is cute though, see? She's got a cute little face. But that's what people want to see. It gets the views, it gets the people, the traffic. It pulls traffic. Seasoned. I guess seasoned with cats. Thanks, guys. Let me see what's going on here. Want a free follow? Hey, it's up to you. You want to follow the weirdness? Feel free. It's sculpted. Exactly. Dogs are bland. Why? It gets the people talking. I did a little experiment where I had it face this way, no views. This way, views. Explain it, guys. Got a little tiny crown. It's medieval. have to. Made 3 of them, so they all have like a little quirky characteristic. 2 of them have a crown, different types of crowns. One of them has a velvet cushion. That's the lazy one. This one has 2 exactly. I planned to have just the one, which was the legs, but you know, I had to requested a butthole, so that's what we did. It's not the first one I've made. I did a chimp, which I had to. I also did anatomically correct. So, and it won't be the last. So if that's up your alley, follow along. Thanks for the follows. It looks terrified for its non-existent life. They always sort of look confused, don't they? It's going to hurt my little fingies doing all this sewing for this one, but I've got to take one for the team, you know. Okay. Which bit? All right. That's that one. Okay. Thank you for the follow. See, you guys are just as weird as I am. All right, here's our chameleon. So far. But the legs here are slightly posable, so with the intention of grasping things. So it'd be cool to finally finish this one. Clean. All right. So I've got two legs to sew on that, and then I need to do a bit of sewing up here too. So I'll have to do like a little bit of a pinch sew, I think, just to create a bit more of a thinner bit there. So anyway, so yeah, that's the little chameleon head so far. It's just a joke. It's your FYP. Okay, so we did a bit of progress on that one. I've got 2 legs and a tail to sew on this. That's great. Anyway, what's the time? I'm going to have to, unfortunately, joke. See, every time I got to jump off, right, I start getting people coming in. It's the butt, you know. Your FIP, Foxy. No, they're fake taxidermy. So it's just this one's a medieval cat, so it's all fake stuff. I sculpt everything and you know, sculpt it, whatnot. But yeah, this is a chameleon that I'm working on. But yeah, little crowns, little medieval cat, one of them. So the joke is the legs, obviously, and the butthole. That's the joke. It's a fat cat. Yeah, it's a cute little face. But I made 3 of them, so they all have like a little quirkiness to them all. And this one's obviously the legs and the butt. So and the no neck. But yeah, hopefully I can get the chameleon done in the next 2 weeks or so. It's got a really cool side eye. You can't quite pick it up. The camera can't quite pick it up, but there's a really cool side eye in there. I have another video of it. I caught a picture of it. It's really good. And yeah, thanks for the follow. No neck cat. That was, it's supposed to be like squished up, basically. Anyway, Cat Butt Chronicles. Okay, YouTube. Oh,